Assassin's Creed is a popular action-adventure video game franchise developed by Ubisoft. The series has been around for over a decade now and has become one of the most recognizable video game franchises in the world. The franchise has sold over 155 million copies as of 2021 and has spawned numerous spin-offs, novels, and films. Welcome to the AI Gaming Network channel. I'm your host Dash and your guide as we take a look at the history of the Assassin's Creed franchise, from its humble beginnings to its current status as a global phenomenon. As we kick this off, be sure to tell me your favorite Assassin's Creed game in the comments. The origins. Assassin's Creed was first released in 2007 for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. The game was developed by Ubisoft Montreal and was directed by Patrice Désilets. The game was set in 1191 AD during the Third Crusade and followed the story of a man named Desmond Miles, who is kidnapped by a secret organization called Abstergo Industries. The organization uses a machine called the Animus to access Desmond's genetic memories and relive the experiences of his ancestors, who were members of a secret society of assassins. The game received critical acclaim for its innovative gameplay, which combined elements of action, stealth, and open-world exploration. The game's storyline was also praised for its attention to historical accuracy and its complex characters. Assassin's Creed II and the Ezio Trilogy. Assassin's Creed II was released in 2009 and was set in Renaissance Italy during the late 15th and early 16th centuries. The game introduced a new protagonist, Ezio Auditore da Firenze, who is a member of the Assassins. The game expanded on the gameplay mechanics of the first game and introduced new features such as a more advanced combat system, a crafting system, and the ability to recruit and train assassins. The game received critical acclaim and was praised for its improved gameplay, engaging story, and stunning visuals. The success of Assassin's Creed II led to the development of two more games set in the same time period, Brotherhood and Revelations, which were released in 2010 and 2011, respectively. The three games are collectively known as the Ezio Trilogy and are considered to be some of the best games in the franchise. Assassin's Creed III and the American Revolution. Assassin's Creed III was released in 2012 and was set during the American Revolution in the late 18th century. The game introduced a new protagonist, Connor Kenway, who is of Native American and British descent. The game featured a new combat system, new weapons, and a revamped park hour system. The game also introduced naval combat, which allowed players to command a ship and engage in sea battles. The game received mixed reviews, with some critics praising its improved gameplay and others criticizing its lackluster story and characters. Despite the mixed reception, the game was a commercial success and sold over 12 million copies. Assassin's Creed IV, Black Flag and the Golden Age of Piracy. Assassin's Creed IV, Black Flag was released in 2013 and was set during the Golden Age of Piracy in the early 18th century. The game featured a new protagonist, Edward Kenway, who is the grandfather of Connor Kenway from Assassin's Creed III. The game introduced a new naval exploration and combat system, which allowed players to explore the Caribbean Sea and engage in ship-to-ship battles. The game received critical acclaim and was praised for its engaging story, immersive world, and fun gameplay. The game also introduced the modern-day protagonist, Layla Hassan, who would go on to become a major character in later games. Assassin's Creed Unity and the French Revolution. Assassin's Creed Unity was released in 2014 and was set during the French Revolution in the late 18th century. The game introduced a new protagonist, Arnaud Dorian, who is a member of the French Brotherhood of Assassins. The game featured a new park hour system which allowed players to navigate the game's open-world environment with greater ease. The game received mixed reviews, with some critics praising its stunning visuals and others criticizing its lackluster story and technical issues. The game was also criticized for its microtransactions, which allowed players to purchase in-game items with real money. Assassin's Creed Origins and the Origins of the Assassins. Assassin's Creed Origins was released in 2017 and was set in ancient Egypt during the Ptolemaic period. The game introduced a new protagonist, Bayek of Siwa, who is a member of the Medjay, a group of warriors who protect the pharaoh. The game featured a new combat system which focused on light and heavy attacks, as well as a new skill tree system, which allowed players to unlock new abilities as they progressed through the game. The game received critical acclaim and was praised for its engaging story, stunning visuals, and revamped gameplay mechanics, but it also divided the community because of its open-world RPG feel. The game also introduced the origins of the Assassins, which explored the history of the Assassins and their conflict with the Templars. Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Ancient Greece. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was released in 2018 and was set in ancient Greece during the Peloponnesian War. The game introduced a new protagonist, Cassandra or Alexios, who is a mercenary who becomes embroiled in the conflict between Athens and Sparta. The game featured a new dialogue system which allowed players to make choices that would affect the game's story and ending. Although the game received critical acclaim and was praised for its engaging story, beautiful world, and expansive gameplay mechanics, it was probably the most divisive Assassin's Creed game to date. The game also introduced new features such as naval combat, romance options, and a new mercenary system. Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Viking Age England. Assassin's Creed Valhalla was released in 2020 and was set during the Viking Age in England. The game introduced a new protagonist, Ava, who is a Viking raider who becomes embroiled in the conflict between the Vikings and the English. The game featured a new settlement system which allowed players to build and upgrade their own Viking settlement, as well as a new combat system which focused on dual-wielding weapons. The game received critical acclaim and was praised for its engaging story, beautiful world, and expansive gameplay mechanics. The game also introduced new features such as raiding, customization options, and a variety of side quests. Assassin's Creed has come a long way since its humble beginnings in 2007. The franchise has evolved over the years, introducing new gameplay mechanics, characters, and settings. Despite some missteps along the way, the franchise has remained popular with fans and has become one of the most recognizable video game franchises in the world. With the recent release of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the huge slate of games coming such as Assassin's Creed Mirage, Jade, and Infinity, it's clear that the franchise still has a lot of life left in it, and fans can look forward to many more adventures in the future. I hope you enjoyed the trip down memory lane with me today. You can click the link in the description to help decide the next video I make. Just choose dash in the drop-down box and be sure to subscribe to the AI Gaming Network channel.